what we have discussed yesterday?
We discussed how to installation and what's the data process, like transfer from Power BI desktop and Power BI service, and kind of Power BI bridge we can use for data visualization. Those kind of things we discussed.
Okay.
Mostly installation process we completed that process, and
Okay.
we showed that you showed the how to import the data. Power BI desktop, how to import the table, and Excel or any other server. That's it.
So yesterday we have seen till installation part. Okay. Day before yesterday, what we have seen is we have understood what is Power BI. We have understood the process flow and what and all concepts will come in desktop, what and all concepts will come in Power BI service. All these things we have understood on the first class. In the second class, we have seen the installation. So from today onwards, we are going to work on this Power BI. Okay. So to create any visualization, what we want first, what we need in Power BI to create any visualization. Data is required. Okay. And whatever you are seeing these dotted lines, right?
Yes.
So inside this dotted lines only, this is the area where you will build your dashboard. Okay. Where you will build your report. Okay. So this is the place where you will build it. Okay. So apart from this one, there is no any other place to build any report. Okay. This is the place where you need to utilize to create your reports. Clear? Is it clear?
Yes.
So, and in this area, Power BI is saying one message to you guys. Okay. What is that one? Can you read it?
Add data to your report. Once loaded, your data will appear in the data pane.
This is data pan.
Yeah.
This is data pan. Okay. You need to load your data. Okay. You need to add your data to the report. Then only you can use the space. Indirectly, it is saying like this, correct?
Yes.
Yes, no? Now we need to add data to our report. Okay. Whatever you are seeing, all these are the data connectors. Whatever you are seeing, all these are the data connectors. From here also you can load it, or all the data connectors will be available in get data. You are able to see the get data right here. This is the place where you will find all the data connectors. So you click on this drop down arrow mark, then you click on more. You will be seeing the vast list. Okay. Where these data connectors will be helpful for you guys to fetch the information from that particular source. If you want to load data from Excel, you need to use Excel workbook connector. If you want to load the data from SharePoint, you need to use the SharePoint folder. SQL, you need to use SQL. Access, you need to use Access. IBM tools, you need to use IBM tools. SAP tools, okay, SAP, from SAP, if you need to load, you need to use these data connectors. Like that, there are so many data connectors are there which will help the people to load the data from the different data sources. Snowflake is there, Azure data connectors are there. Okay, there are n number of data connectors. Okay, and the list will go on increasing on a regular basis. Okay, whenever it will increase. Okay, whatever you are seeing today might be tomorrow after any update. Okay, after the update comes, might be you'll be seeing some more will be adding to this particular list. Okay, so majorly in our course we are going to discuss on Excel, majorly on Excel. Okay, and I'm going to discuss about this folder part, which is again very much important. And I'm going to discuss about this SQL part. Again, it is also important. If I'm covering one particular database, remaining databases, it's similar. Okay. So, and I'm going to discuss about the web as well. Okay, so I'm going to connect to Excel workbook, and I'm going to fetch the information. Okay, I'm using this data connector Excel, and I'm clicking on connect. So whenever I click on connect, it will take me to the local system. Okay, so we need to load the data. So I'm taking the sample data. I'm taking the sample data. I'm clicking on open, and I'm clicking on open. Okay. So in the sample data, you are able to see 5 different tables, right? Each one is one table. Okay. We will go. Okay, we will go here. 1 minute. So I'm going to open the sample data. Okay. If you see this one here, how many sheets are there? How many sheets are there?
5.
5 sheets are there. And you remember all these sheet names. You'll be seeing all these sheet names here as well. The same sheet names you will be seeing here. City-wise sales, it's there, right? This one is city-wise sales. Country-wise sales, country sales one, country sales and country sales one. These two are there. Sheet one is there, and concatenation also there. It is also there, correct? Each sheet will be converted to one table. Each sheet will be converted to one table. And inside the table, what will be there? Each and every table, this is the data, right? Rows and columns. This data will be there. Understood? If you need to load, I'm closing this one. Okay, now you got it right. Each sheet will be converted to one table. Clear?
Yes.
So if you need to load any table, you can select this checkbox and you can load it. Okay. If you want to load multiple tables, that is also possible. If you want to load all tables, that is also possible. If you want to load only single table, that is also possible. Anything is possible with because we have checkboxes. We don't have any radio buttons. We have checkboxes. Okay. So if you want to load 2 tables, possible. 1 table, possible. All tables, possible. Anything is possible. So after selecting, I'm clicking on load. After selecting, I'm clicking on load. Money, please mute yourself. Whenever I click on load, it started loading. And here you have seen the message, right? Once loaded, your data will appear in data pan, right? This is the message which it is giving, correct? Yes, no, no, yes.
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 These 2 tables have been loaded to data. Now what it is saying here? Build visuals with your data, right?
Yeah.
Means now this place is ready for building the visuals. Okay. If you don't load any data, you cannot do anything in Power BI. Without data, you cannot do anything in Power BI. Understood?
Yes.
If I delete this one, for example, what will happen? If I delete these 2, again, those images will come.
Yes.
Okay. Clear?
Yes,
Clear?
sir.
Any questions?
Yes.
Any questions? So go to get data.
Yes.
Pick any Excel or anything, any data connector, whatever you want. Okay. If your data is sitting in SQL, you need to pick the SQL data connector. You should not go with Excel. Okay. So click on the sample data. Again, if you need to load anything, so you need to select and you need to click on load. Now you guys understood how to load the data from Excel, correct?
Yes.
Okay. In the demo, we have discussed the process, right? Okay. After getting the data, what we need to do? What is the next step?
Analyze the data.
Hmm?
For the requirement, we need to place the data, whatever the requirement. For example, highest sales or previous year sale or something like that?
No, that is next one. Okay. At last
So
it will come. That
loading
is,
we can do from single
are
table, multiple table.
1 minute, 1 minute, 1 minute. Okay.
Okay.
If you have any questions, I will take it. Okay. So first I have asked a question, right? So that needs to be clarified. Okay.
Yeah, that will
So
be done.
whatever you are saying is those are KPIs. Okay. KPIs will come into picture at last. Okay. First we have data.
Then
Okay.
we'll
After
go for,
pulling the data, what we need to do?
we'll develop the
Transform the data.
Yeah, we need to go for
Desktop.
transformation. We need to go for transformation. Clear? We
Okay.
need to go for transformation. So KPI building is at last. Means
Okay.
that will come in visualizations, right? That will be there at last. Okay. Now you go with your questions.
Get data, we can load multiple tables at the time, right? Or loading multiple
So
tables?
we are connecting to one workbook and you can load multiple sheets at a time.
Okay.
Okay. And if you need to load from another workbook, then again you need to connect and again you need to load. Not only Excel workbook, the combinations is also possible. Means one data set from Excel, one data set from SQL, one data set from Azure. That is also possible. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Any questions still here? Any questions? No. Okay. Now again, I'm going to get data. Again, I'm going to get data. I'm connecting to sample data. What is enabled here? As of now, what is enabled?
Cancel.
Cancel. When I select any table, now what is enabled?
Load. Transform data and load.
Load, transform data and cancel, right? If you click on cancel, it will be cancelled. Okay. If you click on the load, what will happen? If you click on the transform data, what will happen? Let's discuss that one. Okay. So this one we will consider it as source. Okay. This one is the source. And this one, you are seeing this window, right? You are seeing this window, correct?
Mm-hmm.
This window, we will call it as model window. What we will call? Model. Okay. And one more window is there that we will call it as PQE. As of now, I don't want to reveal the name. That's why I've given a short name. Okay. But at later point of time, I will reveal the name. From then onwards, you should forget this short name. Clear? Clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So we have loaded the data, right? Earlier.
Yes.
So we have clicked on the load, right? Then what happened? From the source directly, it came to model, right? You are able to see the data here, right? Yes, no?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
So
Yes.
when we clicked on the load, we are seeing the data in the model window, correct?
Yeah.
So you guys will think that means in generally what is means what you are seeing is it is happening like this, correct?
Mm-hmm.
But in generally it will not happen like this. In generally in the backend, what will happen is it will go to PQE, and again from PQE it will be loaded to model. Clear?
Okay.
This is load. This is what? This is what? Load.
Load.
Okay. Next we have one more option. What is that? Load, transform data and cancel. Load, transform data and cancel. Three options are there, right? While loading the data. Am I right?
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
cancel means you will that page will be means you will be canceling it, means you cannot load anything. It will be cancelled and you cannot load anything. Load means it will load the data Via Power PQE, it will come to model. Clear? Clear?
Yeah, yes.
Till here it is clear, right? The next step is transform data. Whenever you click on transform data, what will happen is, again, this also, it will go to PQE. Means the data will be loaded to PQE, but the data will not come to model. Directly, it will not come to model. We need to send this data manually. We need to send this data manually. Which option we are clicking for this one? Which option we are going to click it?
Transform data.
Transform data.
Transform data. So what is the meaning of transform data? Just transforming, right? Means
Transform.
that means the transformation will happen in this window. Understood?
Yeah. Yes.
That is the meaning, right? The transformation will happen in this window. Okay. Clear?
Yeah. PQE will give the transformation process. Like something.
Correct. So the transformation will happen in PQE. Okay. In model, what will happen? Yeah. Why we are learning Power BI? What is Power BI? Power BI is a reporting tool. Correct.
Yeah, visualizing.
So
yeah.
visualizations will happen in
Model.
Okay.
Yeah.
So after completion of the transformation, definitely we should come to model. We need to get this transform data to model. Then on top of the transform data, we are going to create the visualizations. Clear?
Okay. Yeah.
Clear? Is it clear?
Yes, clear.
Yes,
Okay.
sir.
Fine. Now I'm clicking on this one. I just want to load. I just want to load the data. I just want to load all tables. So now I'm not clicking on the load. Now I'm not clicking on the load. I'm going to click on transform data. Whenever I click on transform data, PQE window will open. The full form for PQE is Power Query Editor. It is Power Query Editor. This window is different and this window is different. Understood? Now, whatever I have told, we will check it whether it is correct or wrong. Okay. The city-wise sales, country sales, and concatenation. When we have connected to this particular data source, we have clicked on the load, right? Yes, no?
Yes.
So whenever we clicked on the load, what I have told is it will be loaded to model via Power Query Editor. Correct? This is the line.
Yeah, through Power Query.
Yeah, through Power Query Editor, data will be loaded to model. Data will be loaded to model. So the same thing is happening here or no? So the city-wise sales, country sales, and concatenation, are you able to see it in Power Query Editor as well and in the model as well? Am I right?
Yes.
Now we have tried to transform the data for all these 5 tables, right? Student data 2, 1, and lens type and department, correct? All these 5 tables, we have clicked on the transform data. What I have told for the transform data, it will take you to only Power Query Editor, but it will not take those data sets to model directly. I told this point, right? So the same thing happened here. Are you able to see these 5 tables in the model as well?
No.
It has been stopped in Power
Power
Query Editor.
Power Query Editor.
Clear?
Yeah.
So satisfied? Whatever I have told, everything is proved now. Okay. So the process will happen in this way only. Whenever you clicked on the load, it will directly load to the model, but through Power Query Editor. But whenever you click on the transform data, it will be loaded only to Power Query Editor. It will be not loaded to model. You need to load the data manually to the model. Clear?
Okay.
How to do that? all these things we will discuss in detailed level. We are going to discuss it. Understood?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, I clicked on the Excel workbook, and I started loading the data. I'm loading this department table. I have clicked on the load. So the department table is available in the model, right?
Mhm.
Actually, I forgot to click on the transform data. Instead of transform data, I have clicked on the load.
Yes.
Now,
Okay.
if I need to transform the data, if I need to go to Power Query Editor, then how to do that one? That is the next step. Okay. For that one, again, you no need to go to get data. For that one, you no need to go to get data. Again, start loading the data sets. And while loading, then click on the transform data. That process will not follow. Clear?
Okay.
Here we have transform data. You are able to see the transform data here in this
Yes.
home ribbon.
Yeah.
When you click on this transform data, it will take you to Power Query Editor again.
Then
Okay.
we can navigate from there to here.
Then you can start doing the transformation. Which table you want to do the transformation, that table you can select. You can do the transformation. Clear?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Now I'm going to draw one more line between model to Power Query Editor. From Power Query Editor, data will be loaded, and from model also you can go to Power Query Editor.
Okay.
Okay, these two things satisfied, right? I have discussed about these two things. You can come from Power Query Editor to model, and you can go from model to Power Query Editor.
Yeah, vice
But
versa.
how you need to how you will come to Power Query Editor manually, that I will show it at later point of time. After completion of the transformation, I'm going to show that one. Okay, whatever I have shown now is only automated part. When you click on the load, automatically from source to Power Query Editor and from Power Query Editor to model, the data will be loaded. This is automatic part. The manual part, I'm going to show it at later point of time. Clear?
Mhm.
Yeah.
So this process is clear. This is very much important process. How you need to move to transformations. How you need to come from transformations to model. All these things you should know it.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay,
Done.
sir.
Done. Okay. Now we are in Power Query Editor. From today onwards, we are going to discuss about Power Query Editor, and we will spend might be for the next 7 days. Might be we'll be spending on this Power Query Editor. Okay.
Yes, sir.
So the first step, whenever you come to Power Query Editor, the first step you need to see is data type. You guys know, right? What is data type and all?
Yes.
Yes, right?
Yes, sir.
Yes. For me, yes.
For everyone, please speak out, guys. Everyone knows about data type, right?
Yes.
Okay. So whenever you come to transformation, first you need to check the data type. Okay. You are able to see the titles, right? All the titles, and you are able to see the data. Near to the title, you are able to see the data type as well. This ABC is the data type. What is this ABC? If you click on this ABC, then you'll come to know about ABC. ABC is nothing but what?
Text.
Text. So this is text data type. You have text data inside. That's why the data type is assigned like text. And this is also text data type. This is what? 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3 is what? Whole number. Here it is whole number. Okay.
Okay.
So the major data types what we will use in real time is 1.2 decimal number and 1, 2, 3 whole number, percentage, date, time, and text, and true and false. These things only we are going to use it majorly.
Terminology of SQL terminology is different, like PHP, Oracle is different, right? So we can change it, or same data type will be applicable for this here also.
Wherever you go, okay, wherever you go to, you go anywhere, okay, for the number might be terminology will change.
Yeah. Terminology, yeah, that means, yeah.
But data type remains same, correct?
Yes, yeah.
So you can tell anything, so people will understand it. Okay, instead of whole number, if you are telling integer, that's fine.
Okay,
That is fine. Okay, that is fine. Okay.
Yeah.
So, but if you are telling with these names, that is good.
For the
Because
PowerBI.
you are in PowerBI, right?
Yeah.
So if you are telling these names, that's good.
Now my question is, if we drag from the SQL or SQL server, the same data types will show, or it will show in the SQL data types? My question is that.
Same data types. It will show the same data types.
It will convert into the PowerBI data types, right?
Correct.
Okay, that's fine. My question was that actually.
Okay, fine. So 1, 2, 3 is whole number. ABC is text. Okay, like this, data types will be assigned. You no need to do anything. You are not going to assign any data types. You are just going to see the data types, whether it is correct or wrong. Everything Power BI will do. Okay. If you go anywhere to SQL or anywhere else, okay, you need to assign the data types. Here it is not like that, because data is already prepared, right, in some other data sources, right? So when we are just fetching the data, correct? Whenever you are fetching the data, what will happen? Whenever data comes, based on the data, it will give the data type. Power BI will give the data type. Okay. So data types can be changed.
Whatever data type is the table. We can't make sure, like 100% sure that data type is same here and there, right?
Here and there means what? Where?
Means fetching some data from a table, that table data type is numeric. You said Power BI automatically changes, right? So it will be here also numeric, or same?
Numeric only.
Okay.
Numeric only. But in the entire data, in the entire column, if you are getting any alphabet, then entire thing will be converted to text.
Oh.
Okay.
If any data has some difference,
alphabets,
like
yes.
Alphabets, okay.
Because the number can be converted to text. Text cannot be converted to number. You just remember this. Okay.
That's true.
Number can be converted to text. Text cannot be converted to number. And if you, for example, if any alphabet is there, for example, in this particular column, any alphabet is there. Okay, that automatically it will be converted to text. If
like
you
1, 2,
change,
3 equal to ABC.
Yeah, it will be converted to ABC. Okay. If you want to change that one to 1, 2, 3 again, what will happen? It will change. But wherever alphabet is there, it will throw as an error. Okay. Because it will not accept that particular data type.
Okay.
Clear?
Okay.
Yeah, got it.
So data types can be changed from here. And even you can change it from here as well. Okay. And there is you will be seeing the third place also we are going to change. I will show that one at later point of time. First thing, whenever you are coming to transformation, what you need to see?
It means what? I didn't get you.
Whenever you are coming to the transformation, first what you need to see?
Data type.
That's right.
Yes, in the transformation, first you need to check the data type, whether it is assigned correctly or not. One example I want to give it. Okay. Your requirement is different, but Power BI will give the different data types. Okay. For that one example I will give it. Okay. Employee ID. Okay. Employee ID is numerical, right?
Yes.
But we will not apply any sum or average on the employee ID. Am I right?
Yes.
So then that should be converted to text. Correct?
Okay.
These things it will not recognize. Power BI will
Okay.
not recognize these things. Okay. This is your requirement, correct? But in the data, only numerical data it is there. In the data, in the employee ID, only numerical data it is there. Based on the data, it will give 1, 2, 3 only.
Furtherly, we didn't do that employee ID to additions or subtracting anything.
Correct.
We won't do. So there
We
is no
won't do it.
point to keep it as an integer, integer or anything.
If you
Keep as
keep
a
it
text.
like an integer, if you keep it like an integer, what will happen is sometimes you might do mistakes. Okay, like applying sum on the employee ID.
Yeah, mistakes will happen.
Yeah,
So better we need to convert into data
correct.
type as a
As
text.
text. So these things it will not recognize. This is your requirement. Okay, so that is the reason. Yeah, you need to come here. You need to check each and every column whether it is assigned as per your requirement. If it is not assigning, so what you need to do is you need to change the data type. As simple as that.
Yes. Okay. Which column needs to do as a like a kind of additions or subtraction or integer or boolean if it's true or false? We need to see and check the data type and we can change it accordingly, right?
Correct. A simple thing is according to your requirement, change it. It will assign the data types, but according to your requirement, if you want to change, then change it. So this
As
is
per
the first
requirement, we
step.
need to change.
Yes.
Okay.
This is the first step. And the second one is, we'll go to the ribbons. From today onwards, we need to see all the ribbons. Okay. Now we are in home ribbon. Now we are in home ribbon. Okay. The close part, I will take it at last. Okay. The close part, I will take it at last. Okay. Leave that one aside. Now coming to new query. So new query is nothing but adding the data to Power Query Editor. You are able to see queries, right? 4 queries are there, right? So 4 queries are nothing but 4 tables, right?
Yes.
Yeah. As of now, query is nothing but table. You think in that way only. At later point of time, it will change. Okay. As of now, query is equal to table, but at later point of time, it will change. Okay. So new query is nothing but adding new table. Adding new table means new data set.
New data set. Okay.
Okay. So click on new source. Click on new source. Okay. Again, you will be having all the data connectors. New source is nothing but get data. Whatever get data you have seen in the model and new source, whatever you are seeing now in Power Query Editor, both are same. It will be connected to get data only. Understood? So you can connect and you can fetch the information from. Are you able to see any load or transform data here?
No. Okay, and cancel.
Why?
Because it's Power Editor, right? Power Query Editor.
You are already there in the transform data option. So load and transform data, it will not come. Whenever you click on OK, it will be loaded only to the Power Query Editor.
Power Editor. Yeah.
It will be not loaded to model. It will be not loaded to model. Clear?
Yeah. You can't see in the Power BI desktop. Yeah.
Yeah. So the next one is a new source. You can connect to a number of different sources and you can fetch the information. Okay. You can fetch the information. The recent source is nothing but the recently connected sources will be available here. The recently connected sources will be available here. This is the one of the shortest way to load the data again from the recent source. Okay, if you want to load anything from sample data, for example, you can connect to sample data and you can load quickly. You can load it, one of the shortest way. So if you want to load, for example, City-wise sales, country sales. Okay, sheet one, for example, sheet one. Okay, click on. Okay, it will be loaded. From recent sources also we can load it, but in the recent sources, the new sources will be not available. Only the recently connected sources will be available. So you can use that one and you can load it. Clear? Any questions? Any questions?
No.
Okay. Till now, what we have done, we have loaded the data from the source. Correct?
Yes.
We have loaded the data from the source. Now, Power BI has given one feature to create our own data set in Power BI. Power BI has given one feature to create our own data set in Power BI. How to do that? By clicking on this enter data, we can create our own data set. Okay. By clicking on the center data, we can create our own data set. And by clicking on this particular plus symbol, you can create columns. And by clicking on this plus symbol, you can create rows. Clear? So,
Yeah.
and you can enter the data. You can enter the data. And the disadvantage with this particular
can't
option
save.
is, the disadvantage with this particular option is you can enter only 3000 cells data. You can enter only 3000 cells data. Now, how many cells are enabled?
10.
No,
Oh, sorry, 3000. Okay, 10 times.
no. How many cells got enabled now? No, not 100. 7 into 10, 70 cells. See, 10 cells in one
70.
column, right?
Yes.
10 cells in one column, like that, 7 columns. Okay. Now I'm going to tell you one shortcut. Okay. If you need to delete few columns, like selected columns, column 2, column 4, and column 7, I want to delete, then what to do? If I select column 2, for example, and if I select column 4, the selection has been jumped from column 2 to column 4, right?
Yes, sir.
Sorry, I didn't get it.
When I select column 2, after
Okay.
that, when I select column 4, the selection has been jumped from column 2 to column 4. But our requirement is I want to delete column 2, column 4, and column 7. So I need to select all 3 at a time. Then I need to delete it. Okay. The
Okay.
selection should not jump. For that one, what I need to do is I need to select control. So now both has been selected. Again, I need to select column 7. So 3 columns got selected, right click and delete. Okay. This is one. For example, if I need to delete column 3 to column 7, this is bulk selection, right? Column 3 to column 7. Already column 7 got selected. Am I right?
Yes.
So whenever you are selecting this third column, you press shift. You press shift and select this one. In between, whatever columns are there, those also it will be selected. Now all columns got selected. Now you can delete at a time. So control is for selecting multiple columns. Shift is for selecting bulk. Clear?
Okay.
So that will be applicable for even rows as well.
Yeah, got it. We can save this data, whatever the data we create here, create table. Can we save it? Or can say
You
only
can
row
create
create?
it.
We can save it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Where you
Can't
want to save? You are going to save it in Power BI, right? That will be
Yeah.
saved. Hmm.
Okay.
You can save the file. How you are saving Excel file? This also it will be saved. Now you guys
Oh.
tell me your names here. One by one, give me names.
Siri. SIRI.
1 minute.
S for Sierra, I for India, R for Romeo, again I for India. Siri.
So Siri, next.
Kiran.
What? Jagan, na?
Kiran.
Charan, okay.
Kiran.
Next.
Kiran.
Charan, right?
Kiran. Kiran. Kiran.
Kiran, okay, okay.
Kiran.
Okay, next.
Priya, Priya.
Priya, okay, next.
Chaitanya.
Next.
Money.
Money, okay. So I'm deleting these rows, okay. Delete. So names table. Names table. Click on OK. Now the table is there. Now the table is available. Yes.
Yeah.
With the
Yes.
loaded tables, even whatever we have created, that table is available.
Okay.
So now anyone wants to add the names here. Have I missed any name? Anyone wants to
Yes.
add? Yeah, go on. What's your name? Guys,
Suresh.
please go on. Suresh. Okay. Apart from Suresh, anyone
Sorry?
left? No, right? Only Suresh. Okay.
Yeah.
So I need to add Suresh. That is into new row, right? That is into new row. Am I right?
Yes.
So we need to edit the data. We need to edit the data. Okay. In transformation, what is possible? You can replace the values. These things are possible, but getting the new row is not possible. New column is possible. Based on one column, based on the existing column, you can create new column. That is possible. But getting the new row, entire new data, it is not possible with transformation. Clear?
Okay.
So for which data sets it is not possible, I will let you know. But for this one, it is possible. So how it is possible? You are able to see query settings here, right side.
Yes.
Yes. And in query settings, you are able to see applied steps. And in applied steps, the source is there. To the source, you are able to see the setting symbol. Click on this setting symbol. Okay. So again, we can we are back to this particular table. Again, now we can add the name. So click on OK. Now Suresh is there, right?
Okay.
Okay. So for this one, it is possible. If I go to city-wise sales, for example, I want to add new row, means I want to get new country, new city, and the sales. Is that possible with this particular table? That we will check it. I'm clicking on source settings. What it is saying?
Okay.
It is giving the path. It is giving the path. So
you need to go and check.
yeah,
add in there.
what is the meaning of this one? So you cannot add the new row here, means you cannot edit the data here. Okay, the transformation is possible. Transformation is different, edit is different. Okay, transformation is possible, but edit is not possible. Edit can be done in the original source, not in Power BI. Clear?
Yeah. Got it.
For example, if any row has been added in the original source, if any row has been added in the original source, that we can get it here. That we can get it here. How we will get that one, I will let you know. Okay. That we will get it here. But if it is not there in the source, then even though we need to get it here, means that is not possible. The new row is not possible. Columns are possible. Columns are also possible based on the calculations, means based on the existing column. If you need to calculate some other column, then that is possible. Like if you need to create region column based on the country column is possible. For India, you can give Asia, right? like that, any calculations, those things are possible, but new rows are not possible.
Okay.
Got it? So
Yeah.
any
But
questions?
manually create a table in Power BI, we can create rows, right?
Because we are preparing that data here only, right?
Yeah.
See, wherever data gets prepared, their edit is possible. Okay.
If you want to edit anything in the existing one, we need to go source code, then edit anything, then you can refresh into this Power BI, right?
Not source code. You need to go
Like-
to source.
Source, sorry, not source code. Yeah, source. Yeah.
You need to go directly to the source. Okay.
Yeah.
Then you need to edit there. Then again, you need to
Refresh here. Yeah.
yes. Clear? So any
Yes.
question on the new source, recent source, and enter data?
Just a small question about how come we get that table names? Are we saved it? Did I missed it that part?
I have not understood your question. Tell me again.
You can see we create the table right here. How come we get the table names? Table name.
You have missed it.
Oh, sorry. Okay.
So whenever you started creating it, right? Here you will be getting the option. Now
Okay.
you are not able to see it, but here you will be getting the option. Again, I'm clicking on enter data.
Sorry.
No worries, no worries.
Oh yeah, got it.
Okay.
I've seen that. Okay.
No worries. This one you can rename it. You can
Okay,
rename
that's
it.
no, that's not. I got it, but the problem is where I got this option.
Okay.
Okay,
Any questions, guys? Any questions? I'm open for questions. Still 6 more minutes left. We'll continue from Monday onwards. Today is my third free session. Still 2 more left as promised. After that one, you can decide whether you need to join or you need to go for other trainer. You can decide it after that. Okay. Still 2 more left. Okay. And the Power BI course fee with this particular institute is 15,000. Okay. So the duration is 30 to 40 hours. Okay. And from Monday to Friday, only weekdays. Okay. Not in the weekends. Classes will be taken only in the weekdays. And the batch timings is 8 p.m. to 9 p.m.
Okay, sir.
Okay.
Okay. Any questions? Any questions?
So see, Power BI desktop, we are loading, right? How will the update happens? Like Power BI desktop once loaded, there will the automatic updates are there, or we have to update every month?
Automatic updates will happen. That is the reason we are installing it from Microsoft Store.
Oh,
Yes. Yes,
Okay.
I remember.
You have installed it from Microsoft Store, right? That is the reason automatic updates will happen. But if you are installing it from web, then you need to do it manually. That is a difference.
But yesterday you guided with the Microsoft Store only, I
Correct.
think.
Correct.
So
But
you can get automatic
there are
updates.
multiple procedures. Okay. One is from Microsoft Store, another is from web also we can do it. Okay. But if you are doing it from web, the problem is this one. Automatic updates will not happen.
Okay.
Okay. Any questions? Any other questions?
As of now, it's really clear for me.
Okay.
we loaded from Microsoft website yesterday. That is good, right?
You have loaded
We loaded from Microsoft website, right?
from the store. We have downloaded from the store.
From the store. Okay, then we are
Correct.
good.
Yeah, correct. So in the starting stage, I will go slowly. Okay. Okay. Understood. Just we need to take off, right? The takeoff we will do it slowly. Okay. Then we will go a little bit.
No, this kind
We'll
of
increase
fast
our.
is okay. This kind of thing is okay because if you don't know Power BI when startup, it will be nice this kind of phase. After that might be different. I think so.
Okay.
I think is this timing only, right? Because as instructor told, not instructor, one of your coordinators said that might be mornings. I can able to adjust this timing, not other than that, I can't.
Okay, you can join, you can continue. Okay. Okay, then guys, happy weekend to everyone. Let's meet on Monday. So I'm not going to give any task for this weekend. Okay, as we have not discussed anything. Okay, as of now, let's. I will give the tasks in the next week.
Okay,
Thank
thank
you
you.
all. Bye.
Thank you.